which, oh, sorry. I always do that. I start talking right away and there's still setting spray in the air. So it didn't really live up to the claims. Hey guys, welcome to today's video. So today I'm going to be testing some new products, and the products that I'm going to be focusing on today are two new products from Too Faced. I talked about these in my Shoppers Drug Mart haul. Too Faced Killer Liner and Lashes. And then I'm also going to test a couple other products. One of the products that I actually had in my haul, but I did not talk about. This is a product that I did get in the haul, but I just forgot to show you guys. It was like beside the bag and I totally forgot to do it until I had already like edited the video. And then I was like, wait a second. I forgot about that one. So this is the Shiseido Minimalist Whipped Powder Blush. Yeah, we're gonna be testing this guy out. We also have the Benefit Porefessional Setting Spray. If you have never heard of Porefessional, it is like one of the best pore minimizing filling primers. It's my OG favorite, like high school favorite, still use it all the time, absolutely love it. This guy is the setting spray and it was just launched recently. I did also get the YSL Tatouage Couture Lip Stain and I got it in the red, so I am going to be using that today, although it's not really a test because I already love these guys, absolutely love them, but I will be using this. And yeah, let's just get right down to it. I'm gonna go ahead and put my base makeup on before we do the blush. And I am gonna be doing it underneath powder and on top of powder just to test whether or not you can do both. How does it work best? I really like to test products multiple ways to kind of see how they work best. So yeah, I will be right back and we're gonna review the Shiseido blush. Okay, so I am back and I have done foundation and primer, cream contour, and concealer. I'm gonna go ahead with the Shiseido Whipped Powder Blush, an air whipped cream blush that transforms into a long-lasting, weightless, breathable powder with a soft matte finish. Its breakthrough air fusion technology blends effortlessly across the skin. It has a mousse-like texture that transforms into an ultra-thin featherweight powder with a soft matte finish that lasts up to 8 hours. It's available in 8 vivid shades. If you take a look in here, it's a very interesting texture. And I'm gonna grab, like when you look, you see that? It's quite thick. So when you put it on your hand, that's what it looks like. This is in the shade, sorry, I forgot to mention. It's in the shade Setsuko, which is number 7. So I'm gonna go ahead and let's start with a brush. I'm gonna place it underneath the powder on this side and over top of powder on the other side, and we'll see what works better or if they both work. And the Setsuko is like a rosy kind of shade, which is absolutely stunning. So with the brush, it's going on nicely. As you can see, it's quite pigmented. Okay, so I'm liking it with the brush. I'm gonna use the sponge and see. Yeah, it's a little bit easier with the sponge. That looks nice. Oh, that looks really nice. And when you actually like feel it on your skin, it literally feels like silky, velvety smooth, blending into the skin really well. What I'm gonna do is go ahead and set my whole face. And then I'm gonna bake my under eyes. I'm just gonna let the bake sit for a minute. I'm gonna do my brows and then I'll come back, wipe the bake off, and then we will try over top of powder on this side and see how that goes. Okay, so I've gone ahead and set my whole face, done my brows. First thing that I wanna point out is I'm noticing that the blush, even after setting it with powder, which I did bake my under eyes with my one size powder, and then for the rest of my face, I used my CoverGirl Clean Fresh just to kind of set the remaining parts of my face. So this was the majority of what was placed over top of the blush. It is translucent, but I mean, at the same time, it does have some color to it, as most powders do, and typically powders will soften the blush, and that's why I like when even cream blushes can be placed on top of powder, because I typically find even if I apply them underneath powder, I will want to go in with a little bit more. And I am going to still build it maybe just a touch more, but I do think that the pigmentation is definitely poking through more than most of my cream blushes. I feel like I could get away with applying, if I had have applied that on both sides, I could have gone away with, you know, leaving it like that. And I think it still is very noticeable, but yet very natural. I think the pigmentation's there. It was easy to blend. I'm really enjoying that. It did not lift any of the foundation or products underneath. So I'm really happy with the blush. And it just looks so natural. Like it just looks like I have rosy cheeks. And I even almost feel like it made the area that I applied it, made it smoother. Like it actually smoothed out my skin and made it look more silky and like just like less textured, which I really, really like. So I'm going to go ahead with the sponge and apply it on this side as well. Again, this is over top of powder. It isn't applying as well over top of the powder. It is lifting the powder a little bit. It doesn't look that bad, but like on that side, it looks good, but you can kind of see how it's lifted a little bit of the coverage and it kind of has made the concealer go a little bit funky right on my cheekbone there. Whereas on this side, it looks very, very smooth, really like just blended into the makeup. So I do think I will have to say I recommend applying it underneath powder. So next I'm gonna go ahead and apply the Porefessional Super Setter. And this is supposed to be all mist, no mess. It does not deliver any drop spots or stickiness. It mists on a smooth, even feather light cloud. It's supposed to be a multitasking microfine mist that leaves the skin smooth, refreshed, and hydrated. It's supposed to lock in the makeup for 16 hours. And it's supposed to instantly blur pores and feel weightless and absorb instantly. So I got the mini. So let's just see what it looks like. Whoa. Oh, wow. Oh, that's a nice smell. Okay, so this is the mist. Very, very airbrush. It's almost like the Hourglass Veil. Number one, I don't notice any like excessive shine, which, oh, sorry. I always do that. I start talking right away and there's still setting spray in the air and I like suck it in. I like that it doesn't give me too much of a dewy finish because I am combination. So I have natural oils that are going to poke through it throughout the day. So if it makes me look super dewy right now, I'm going to be an oily mess by the end of the day. Yeah, like I don't think it really changed the way that my skin looked, but I do have to say like my skin is looking very smooth. So I think that it's a product I will continue to test and I will update you on that and my monthly favorites. I will also just be doing a little mini wear test. Some of the products have some claims of being, you know, certain wear times. So I will definitely see how the blush wears throughout the day. We will see how the makeup holds up and if I notice a difference in my makeup with this setting spray. And then the next product that we're going to be testing is the Killer Liner. So I'm just going to quickly go ahead and do a little like very, very, very simple eye look with the Boudoir Noir Colourpop eyeshadow palette. This is one of their holiday palettes. This is actually the palette that's in my giveaway right now. So I am giving away this palette and the Sephora Favorites Lashstash Mascara Wardrobe, which comes with 2 full-size mascaras, a full set of like an actual set pair of false lashes, velour lashes, and I think there's 5 or 6 mini mascaras and a primer. So lots of fun stuff and the giveaway is still open. So definitely go ahead and enter. All the information will be in the description below. But long story short, this is the palette that's in the giveaway. This is one of their holiday palettes. It is a beautiful, stunning palette. And it's a little bit more of a neutral palette. I like the soft browns and just like the kind of champagne-y gold shades. So I'm going to go off of those today. And then we're going to go ahead and use this as liner just to see how it does lining the upper lash line. But I'm also going to be putting it in my upper waterline because that is going to be the biggest test for this guy today. It's supposed to be 36-hour wear, non-flaking, and transfer resistant. So the biggest thing that I'm looking for is it not to bleed onto my lower lash line. Quickly do a little eye look and I will be right back. Okay, so we're back and we're going to be testing the Too Faced Killer Liner, which again, 36-hour wear, non-flaking, and transfer resistant. Transfer resistant is honestly the biggest, and long wearing, 2 biggest claims that I'm excited about and going to be testing. I absolutely love the packaging on this stuff. The black and the pink and the gold. I love it. Ooh, that's pretty. So first what we're gonna do is do a thin line, see how thin it can be, and just a small wing. Okay, so I really enjoyed that liner. It was easy to create a line. Obviously it's pencil, so if you're gonna want to keep it like razor sharp, you're gonna have to have a sharpener. Yeah, I think it's easy to use, it's creamy, and it was really precise. So far I don't really see any transferring. I'm gonna go ahead and put some on the upper waterline. I like that it is so creamy because then it's going to glide really easily. So especially when you're doing it on the, like as actual liner, it's not gonna like, you're not gonna have to go over it a million times. It's very pigmented and a very like rich black, which is nice. I don't see any transferring yet. Usually takes some time anyways. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply the lashes. See how they blend in. So the reason I got these, number one, is because I've never tested the Too Faced lashes. These are the Better Than Sex Faux Mink Falsie Lashes in Natural Flirt. Those are the actual lashes. And they're supposed to be effortless, perfect for every day, first dates, or even a walk down the aisle. Blend into your natural lashes. They have a thin flex band that easily molds onto your unique eye shape to lock down your look. So as you can see, when you take a look, they're actually clear. And like the band, I mean, so that's like the biggest reason I wanted to get these, is because I'm trying to find a really good lash for every day that's going to blend in and just really look natural. And like, I want to wear false lashes and people not be able to be like, oh, she's got lashes on. I want it to be very natural. So I'm going to go ahead and apply these. They're so stunning. They have a slight like cat eye, but very natural, a little bit wispy. Ooh, these look so cute. I think they're gonna be a little bit long. So I'm just gonna cut a little bit off. Okay guys, so I'm really sorry. I had some technical difficulties here, and my computer died while I was recording. And when I went to plug it in and just continue on recording, I forgot to press record on my mic. So there was a bit that I was not recording. I did apply the YSL Tatouage Couture Matte Lip Stain in the shade Red Tribe, number 12. I've already talked about these on my channel before, and they are absolutely incredible. I absolutely love how lightweight and like, it doesn't even really feel like I'm wearing anything. They're matte and they last a really long time. The applicator is very precise. It gives very crisp lines. You can line your lips. Like, I did not wear a lip liner today. This is all that I'm wearing on my lips. Very pigmented. They do stain your lips, so they last a very long time. Absolutely love them. The lashes are really great. Really enjoyed them, and I definitely will use them again. I do need to trim this one a little bit more. I realized I cut this one a little bit shorter, which is honestly fine because I like this eye better. I think them being a little shorter, they actually match my eye a little bit better, and it looks a little more lifted, whereas this eye, I don't know if you guys can tell, looks a little bit more like droopy because the lash is a little bit too long. So it ended up working out, but if you notice that, that's why. The liner is really nice. This is the part that I was not recording for, or that my mic was not recording for, so I will just put the footage in of me applying it. So I ended up applying it on the lower lash line, and then I just smudged some of the darker brown eyeshadow from the palette along just to blend it in. This is not necessarily like my preferred look. I do like a more open eye, whereas this really kind of makes your eye look more defined. I like this look sometimes, but I do prefer the lower lash line to either have like a more brightening eyeliner or nothing at all. The reason I got this was, to be completely honest with you, because it had such big claims of being long wearing and being transfer resistant. I was hoping that it would not transfer onto my lower lash line, but it did in this corner here, which is typically where, like in the corners, it's typically where it happens, and it did a little bit. So I need to test it more because sometimes I think it can also be from mascara. I will be completely honest with you, I don't think it's completely transfer proof. I do think it did have something to do with what was going on today. Some of the transfer on my lower lash line. I don't think I can fully blame it on the mascara. I do really think it is from this because I did bring it in here. So unfortunately, it's not completely transfer resistant, which is a little unfortunate, but I do have to say I really enjoyed the liner. It was easy to create a wing to use as liner. It's very matte and it is very rich, and it's easy to kind of blend out. I'm just looking for one that I can apply on my upper lash line to really create fullness in the lashes without transferring on the lower lash line. Like I want one that's going to apply on my upper lash line, stay there all day long, and not transfer onto the bottom. Is that too much to ask for? I don't know. If you guys have any recommendations, I mean, I know I'm always here to give you product recommendations, but I'm always open and definitely welcoming comments below of any recommendations. And if you guys have a pencil liner for the upper lash line that will not transfer to the lower lash line corner, let me know because I'm looking for one. The reason I applied it to the lower lash line is that is the biggest test for me personally of wear. So if this is supposed to be 36-hour wear, this better not budge all day long. So I'm gonna test whether it will last all day long. I'm gonna do a mini wear test, just pop in at the end of the day, show you what my makeup's looking like. So I'm gonna just go ahead and go about my day, and I will pop back on here right before I'm about to like wash my face and show you guys what my makeup's looking like. And yeah, so thanks so much for hanging out with me. Stay tuned if you wanna see how these products wear throughout the day. And I'll see you guys in a bit. Hey guys, so I'm just here to check in. It's been almost 4.5 hours. I know it's not like the longest wear test. So basically, the blush is still looking really good. And actually this side I think is looking better now, surprisingly. I do still think that right like up here, you might not be able to see it. Right up here, the concealer's still like a little bit bunchy almost, but I have to say it's looking good now. I would probably stick to just putting it underneath the powder just because it worked so well. Lashes are really nice. I'm absolutely loving them. I think that they look so natural, like you barely see the band. They're blending in really well. The liner on here on my lid is looking really, really good. I do really like the way that that looked. It held up really well and hasn't budged or smudged or anything. So that's really good. I do have to say that it is, I'm going to show you up close. Do you guys see how there's like, it's like bunched, sorry, I know this is like a real close up, but it is like all patchy in there and it's like worn in some spots. I don't think it's the longest wearing in terms of waterline, which is unfortunately what I was kind of looking for. So that kind of sucks. It's not like really, yeah, it's not really what I was hoping it would be. It's kind of smudged down in here, as you can see that there. It's kind of made a mess in my inner corners. So unfortunately, I don't think it is the longest wearing. I don't think it is transfer resistant. Unfortunately, I don't really think that that's true. So it didn't really live up to the claims. Do I think it's an awful eyeliner? No. Like, I think it works really well on the lid, like actually using it for like actual liner, but in the waterlines, it was not the best. I do think I'm on a hunt for better, so stay tuned. I don't know. I feel like if a gel pencil liner is going to have claims about wear, I feel like it should also be for in the waterline. So then lips, I just wanted to show you. So I know they're not looking perfect. It's worn in the center a little bit, but that's after pretty much 4.5 hours. But also, I did eat spaghetti and like garlic bread and like Caesar salad. So like all of the things that I ate really, really put it through like, you know, a good test. These are honestly my favorite. The biggest reason I love these though, they are long wearing. They do last really well. Don't get me wrong, but the biggest reason I love these is because they are so thin, they're so comfortable, and they just are so easy to apply. Because the edges are still intact, and I'm literally doing this looking into my phone. Like it literally looks brand new. Barely looks like it's been worn. And then last but not least, the Porefessional spray. I think it's really nice actually. Like I have a little bit of a shine, but barely at all. And that's if anything more like my highlighter. I do have like just like a nice natural glow to me, just with some of my oils that have poked through, but like nothing crazy. So I do think it has helped kind of minimize shine and like control shine. And I do really love the mister in it, like super fine, no spots. It mists a very like even mist, and it's very fine, and I do think it helps prolong the wear. I do need to test it a little bit more to be able to say whether it minimizes or blurs the pores. So that's something that I'm going to test some more and update you guys in my monthly favorites. Like my makeup is looking quite smooth, so I'm not mad about it. I do really like this so far. I do think I'm going to really enjoy this. So that's basically everything from today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and I hope you enjoyed this little testing new products session. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content, and have a wonderful day, guys. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.